Did Sheriff Pat Garrett really kill Billy the Kid? So, after 3 months of tailing Billy the Kid, finally Garrett got his chance. After confirming it was Kid, Garrett shot the famed outlaw. Since then, Kid was no more. The young gunslinger who killed at least 21 men was dead. However, many didn't believe the sheriff's claim, and at the end of this video, you'll discover why. Then without further ado, here's where it all had started. Just imagine the pain of losing the only person you believed sees the value that you thought you never had. This perhaps was not enough to put in words how pained was Billy the Kid when his employer, his fatherly figure, John Tunstall, had been murdered in cold blood. Well, it's not uncommon in the frontier that rivalries often end in a bloody mess. Especially underhanded schemes were really quite easy to pull off. And with money and hired guns, Tunstall fell victim to his rival cattle barons, who wanted him gone as they colluded with Sheriff William Brady. When Kid saw Tunstall lifeless, lying in his own pool of blood, with outrage, Kid vowed to hunt down everyone responsible. And that's how Kid ended up killing Brady and one of his deputies. However, one thing that you never do in the Wild West was to kill lawmen. Since, starting that day, Kid became the most wanted man being chased side by side. Soon Pat Garrett caught up to Kid, captured him, and sent him to prison. And during that time, Governor Lew Wallace made a promise to Kid that in exchange for his testimony against the real perpetrators of the ongoing Lincoln County War, he would be pardoned. Kid kept his word and made his testimony, but he was doubtful of the governor's promise, so he escaped the prison. But it seemed that Kid was destined to be caught by Garrett, so Kid was recaptured again and was eventually tried and sentenced to be hanged. It was known that Kid once said, "I'm not afraid to die like a man fighting, but I would not like to be killed like a dog unarmed." So he escaped again, but he killed 2 prison guards in the process. This even made the governor more furious and placed a bigger bounty on his head. But after 3 months of tailing Kid, Pat Garrett got his chance. At the Maxwell Ranch in Fort Summer, Kid's friend betrayed him, and when Kid entered the bedroom, who sensed danger and uttered his last words, "Kin S. Kin S." Garrett shot him twice. 1 bullet missed, and 1 struck Kid in his chest, which killed the poor outlaw. Soon the news of Kid's death would be heard. But despite that, many would not believe the sheriff's claim. And here's why. It's undisputed that Billy the Kid was one of the most wanted outlaws during that time. So killing him would make anyone gain a reputation. Just like despite the new governor refusing to pay Garrett of Kid's bounty. The residents raised over $7,000 as reward money for Garrett. So why was there no picture of Kid being dead? In comparison, the Dalton Gang had no picture of being a gang alive, but they had one when they were dead. Moreover, there were several unnamed desperados who were not as famous as Kid, but they all got pictures when they got killed. You've discovered an amazing story about Billy the Kid and Sheriff Pat Garrett. Then now click this and discover what did sheriffs do in the Old West.